All right, Shalom. We're the Hebrew Israelites who come in and week out to prophesy the downfall of America, also known as Babylon the Great, the whore. All right? This place is going down real fast right now. So the men of the Lord, we're excited. All right? But we got to remain patient and diligent and endure until the end, all right? We come in and week out to wake up the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, Negroes, Latinos, Native American, Seminole Indian, Speckled Bird, all right? To get you to repent, acknowledge your offense, pray for forgiveness, and get back in line, get back in order, all right? First and foremost, and as always, all right, all praise is due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, HaKadosh. Double honor to the elder apostles of GMS, the elder bishops of GMS, including the elders that came before them that taught us His truth. And shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word in truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. All right? And we are, we're in a time, right, that the prophets of old, right, which we are those prophets, but they wish to see these times. I wish I could find them. Let's see if I can find it, all right? Bear with me. Matthew 13 and 17. Call halal Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem HaKadosh. Beautiful. Matthew 13 what? This is the book of Matthew. Chapter 13, verse. Start at 16. All right. But blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. And what does that mean? That goes into understanding. The understanding of a book that was once sealed, okay? So the only way that you could understand this thing, right, is if Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is allowing you to see. All right? You got everybody in the world with a Bible in their hand and think that they will die. A motherfucker will die about what it says in this book, and they have no clue what it says. Paul and Adrian from off-grid desert farming. This fool sits there preaching, talking about the rapture and all sorts of madness. I'm not lying to you, folks, and has no clue what he's saying. The N-dub, you got the N-dub scoffing the men of the Lord. They've been out here doing this work, right, from the top down, longer than she's been born. But you could jump up and start talking about camps. Why? Because unless Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai wants you to understand with all thy getting, get understanding. Unless he wants you to understand this thing, you can walk around with the Bible. Read your Bible. Read your Bible. Then she pulls out something that's not the Bible and admits to not reading it. You can't make this shit up. It's hilarious. All right? Hey, these last days, what's gonna go on from now until the end of this bitch, right? It's gonna be amazing. So let me read this. All right? We're at that time right now. We're at a crucial time in the history of the world, right? To have this knowledge and to be right here at this time is what the prophets of old longed for, all right? That understanding. See, they had the understanding back then. They even understood that they would have to come back because they understood reincarnation, which you can't tell a nigga today because a nigga knows everything and never broke open a book, okay? Read 16 again, Matthew 13 and 16. Blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. And this is Yahushua speaking. Who is he speaking to? The elect. Okay? Or the apostles, or the disciples at this time. For verily I say unto you, that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which ye see, and have not seen them, and to hear those things which ye hear, and have not heard them. Okay? So, what does that mean? Well, they didn't know then that nuclear missiles are going to destroy this place. Right? Which you see all over the place right now. What's going on in the Ukraine? Well, they're about to blow up a nuclear power plant. That's nuclear. They got ICB. They're going to use, according to Paul and Adrian and Hal Turner, they got nuclear howitzer shells. Okay? Artillery, nuclear artillery shells, which could be a micro nuke in a howitzer shell. Yeah. That they're going to use. This is, what was said on Hal Turner. That they're going to use a howitzer or a artillery shell that has a nuke in it, right? To blow up the nuclear factory to hide the fact that it was a nuclear shell that set it off. And they're going to blame it on Russia and say that they weren't handling the power plant right and they fucking blew it up on their own. Okay? But see, they didn't know about ICBMs back in the day. They saw them, right? They saw them in the vision. They gave a description of them, all right? And when I say they didn't know of them, I mean like we know of them, all right? When we were in grade school, right, we learned about World War II. There might be a very few World War II vets left on the earth, or people from that particular time. They would have to be very old right now. All right, let's see. They have to be at least 100. Okay? And my point is this. Not until they dropped those atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and there were more, but not until then did we come into the era of what they call nukes. And right after that, then in the classroom, they started indoctrinating, right? Duck and cover, a fallout shelter, and things of that nature. Then they started putting it in the mind of the populace that these things exist, right? And this is something that's coming in the near future. Now, back 2,000 years ago, they didn't have school classes that you went to where you did duck and cover drills, is the point that I'm making. So they didn't really know like we know. We know about nukes. And when I say we, I mean the greater population. We know about MAD, mutually assured destruction. We know about a doomsday time clock, the doomsday clock. We know about these things. We were raised knowing about these things. We know about mushroom clouds. We know about nuclear fallout. Okay? That's common knowledge that we're raised with in today's society. Well, they didn't have this information, right? 2,000 years ago. Oppenheimer, which is a movie that's coming out, hadn't yet created the atomic bomb. The Manhattan Project and all of that shit hadn't even gone down yet. But see, we were born after that, right? So it's a part of a popular culture, all right? If you understand. I'm gonna move so this brother can do his job. All right, so the prophets of old, right? The prophets of old long to see the things that are normal to us. Read that again. This is Matthew 13 and 17. For verily I say unto you that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which ye see, and have not seen them, and to hear those things which ye hear, and have not heard them. All right, then he goes into the parable. This motherfucking net. So that's the time that we're in right now. All right? So let me get one more. See, bear with me. We'll read it from right here. Because The prophets of old, they wanted to see this shit. All right? They wanted to be right here. Like when, let me read Matthew. Here's an indication. This is an indication of how eager the disciples or the prophets, they wanted to see this shit. They were like, it's Matthew 24:3, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? So, letting you know, they were eager to be in this time that we're in right now. They thought it was then. They're like, hey, is it time? Is it time to watch this motherfucker come crashing down? Okay? And Yahushua answered. It goes on, it goes. And Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. He was talking about this time. He was talking to them, knowing that they would be in this time. Right? But he was like, hey, much deception is going to be jumping off in today's world. He was talking about a future time, the time that we're in right now, this last generation. Okay? How do we know? We know what ICBMs are. They didn't have a word. They call that shit a fiery flying serpent. Right? A missile. Okay? But we know how they were made, who made them. Okay, in this day, we also know today that they are us. They knew that. They knew that they would be back during this time. All right? But the point is this is the time. This is the time, and we know that. We see this devil, knowing that he hath but a short time, we see him scrambling. All right, so back to this. This is Sirach 25:7. There be 9 things which I have judged in mine heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. So this is the 10th. A man that hath joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. Okay, now what does that mean? Babylon the Great is circling the drain. We see it, we're happy. Okay? We're happy about that. So when you go back to Matthew 13, and it says, Matthew 13:17, for verily I say unto you that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which ye see, and have not seen them, and to hear those things which ye hear, and have not heard them. Hey, that's a happy thing that we're watching right now. They wanted to, hey, I get to see the downfall of this fucking devil who's been tormenting me. Okay? Happy shall he be to dash thy little ones against the stone. They wanted to be in the time where we'd be able to do that in a righteous fashion. Happy shall he be. All right? There be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy. Sirach 25:7. And the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that hath joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. They wanted to see, and they're here, and they're about to see it, and we're happy. The point is, yeah, we're about to go through the worst time ever on the face of the earth, but we're happy, right? First of all, you count it all joy, knowing what? The kingdom is at hand. All right? So that's where we are right now. Focus on, hey, how close we are. See, we're measuring this time. What's that supposed to be? We're measuring this time. Oh, Habakkuk. You can have it. The book of Habakkuk, chapter 2. Habakkuk 2 and 1. I will stand upon my watch. Here we are. What are we watching for? The downfall, the fall of our enemy. We're patiently waiting. The patience and the faith of the saints. What do we want to see? What's that, Revelation 10? The 13:10. Revelation 13:10. He that leadeth, well, let me read 9 again for that understanding. With all thy getting, all right? Revelation 13 and 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. If you got understanding, check this out. It's lucky. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. We're patiently and faithfully waiting to see the fall of our enemy. Who is our enemy? Well, according to this, whoever put us in captivity and whoever killed us with the sword. I could think of a few. Let's go to Psalm. Let's get it. Let's get that. Psalm 83. Let's start with the first three. Psalm 83 and 6. The tabernacles of Edom, 1. The Ishmaelites of Moab. That's a good start right there. Yes, that includes Amalek. They're just going to mention him again for good measure. All right? The so-called white man, the Arabs, the Ishmaelites, these little fucking spiders are all on. And the Chinese of Moab. One of those days, early. All right, so who is our enemy? Who put us in cap? All of these nations. Let's finish it. And the Hagarenes, which are Hamites, Gebal and Ammon and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Ashur also is joined with them. Okay, so all of these people, all these nations, let's just put it this way, all nations at one time or another have had us in captivity. So pursuant to Revelation 13:10, guess what? He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. We're patiently waiting, patiently and faithfully waiting to see that day. We can't wait. We can't wait. And we're this fucking close. We're this close to seeing our enemy bite the dust. This close to seeing our enemy bite the motherfucking dust. And the prophets of old, who are us today, right? Let's prove that. Book of 1 Corinthians 14 and 32. And the spirit of the prophets are subject to the prophets. All right? That's us. Here we are. We're back in the reincarnation. We don't know who we were. That's not important. What's important is that you don't take your hand off the plow and you endure until the end. All right? What's important is the hope and faith that you might get that spiritual power. All right? What's important is that you get that crown of life. That you endure until the end. We understand we got to go through hell. And hell is just getting started. They just lighten the fire. Right? They just already kindling. Right? They just hitting the flint on this motherfucker. We understand that. Hey, we're well trained at this point. And those of us that are going to make it, the Lord willing, we are those men. We know. We know how it goes. Okay? We know what it takes to make it. Salakia for me. Folks are crazy. Patiently waiting. Patiently waiting for what? You know we got to go to Isaiah 14. It's a motherfucker. It's one of them nap days, boy. The niggas are jumping right on me, too. $14.21. Isaiah 14:21, prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. Like this stupid bitch with a head wrap on, a bed winch, right? The things that you say, the things that come out of your mouth, guess what? The men of the Lord, we can read you. We can read your countenance. All right? Here it is, you're masquerading as a righteous woman. You're not. And every word that comes out of your mouth, because it's open, is revealing who you actually are. Okay? You got a job, right? And you can, which makes you who you are, clearly, gives you your power. Well, who gave you the job and who gave you the power? Right? You're God. Okay? The God of this world. Who's the God of this world? Esau. That's why you are relentlessly, like a dumbass, you are defying Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, using the word deceitfully to defend the devil. You don't even know that. In your zeal to hold on to your power, which is no power, and your God, which is no God, okay, you're going heads up with Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. How do you do that? By going up against his men. We're the voice of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. You're supposed to be shutting the fuck up and listening and learning that. But you don't want that, because after many brothers, men of the Lord, came and correctly corrected you, right, through the Spirit, you come back talking about 1 Peter, I will pour out my Spirit. You don't understand that. Instead of shutting the fuck up when you had a chance, which you didn't have no chance, it was clear that there's a plethora, there's a million, let's say, what is it, legions of demons on your ass. And now you're famous. You're famous in Israel now because the Most High put a demon on you to make you show forth your folly, all right, with a head wrap on. And defend who? The God of this world. Your lover, Esau. And you were reproved several times, and what do? You pick up the scriptures again and come back and do it again. Many brothers on there were being gentle and said, sis, you need to humble down and learn. Stop this, right? And what do? You double down like the demon that you are. And we are in that time. We're in the time that we're in. Hey, this is demon day out here. Isaiah 14:1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. And the stranger shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. You know what? And here's what's going on. In the spirit, the Most High put that demon bitch out on Front Street. Why? Because of milk. All right? Because that was a sign that we need to go back to this milk. You know, and I mean, for a moment, just, we need to touch on that milk. Because it's too, we can't believe that this bitch is saying what she's saying, because that's Israelite 101. I identify with being a Hebrew Israel. Well, the first thing you learn is that the so-called white man is the devil, according to the scriptures. And you have to, in order to be a Hebrew Israelite, you have to be strong enough to deal with the truth. Okay? And you have to walk that straight and narrow road. There's nothing, you're not going to skip through, oh, I'm cute. No, bitch, you're about to be trodden down like the mire of the street, because, look, everybody's going to have it tough. Nobody's going to be cute with eyeshadow and hoop earrings and a head wrap walking through the valley of the shadow of death. No, they're coming after you, stupid, and you ain't going to make it. Okay? Even if you do make it, you're going to scarcely make it, so you're going to look fucked up anyway. This is what niggas don't understand. Oh, well, I got on my Power Ranger outfit, right? I'm running around with a t-shirt and fringes on, looking good, and nothing's going to touch me in Jacob's trouble, because Jacob's trouble is gay. Come on, man. No, you're scarcely going to make it. Okay? There's going to be some dirt involved. There's going to be some funk involved. There's going to be some weeks without a shower. Combat. It's combat. Okay? The smell of dead bodies. What about that part? Just the smell. See, a motherfucker's not even thinking like that. Oh, it's going to be dead bodies up there. Yeah, but what about the smell? The stench of death. What about the stench of death? Like this guy on Travis, the home, what's his name? Prepared Homestead, my boy Travis. He's like, you're not ready up here. Your head ain't ready to see your family die. You have to reconcile that your family ain't gonna make it. All right? You gotta work out your own. It doesn't say work out your family's salvation with fear and trembling. It does say that you and your family will make it, okay, but there's no guarantee. What if your family is wicked and it don't go down the way? What if you see your family get machine gunned in front of you? Are you just going to quit, or are you going to endure until the end? You can't be mad at the Most High for righteous judgment. If your family got machine gunned down in front of you, guess what? You think it wasn't righteous? You're going to be mad at Yahweh. Oh, you said, you're done. You have no understanding. The point is this. It's going to be dirty, funky, blood and guts, stench. And you got to keep going. Scarcely. Let's get there. I'm reading about the kingdom right here. All right? Isaiah 14:3. And it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear and from the hard bondage wherein thou wast made to serve. Okay? That's talking about the kingdom. But we ain't there yet. We're not there. We're happy that we're here. We're at the end of this bitch. All right? We're at the end of it. But guess what? Getting through, you got to prepare your whole psyche to make it through Jacob's trouble. First Peter 14, 4 and 18. 1 Peter 4 and 18. I'm going to start at 17. 1 Peter 4 and 17. For the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High. That's talking about the little girl with the head wrap. Okay? You are in the crosshairs of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Everybody sees it, throwing you a lifesaver, and you're spitting on it. You'd rather go down with the devil. You're going to try to protect the devil all the way to the missiles. But the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High. And if it first begin at us, what shall be the end of them that obey not the gospel of the Most High? Right? And the house of the Most High is Israelites that know they're Israelites. And them that obey not are Israelites that don't give a shit. I'm an African, I'm an Egyptian, nigga. The Book of the Dead. The 21, what is it? The 21 affirmations. 21, whatever the fuck that bullshit is. 18. 1 Peter 4 and 18. And if the righteous scarcely be saved, what does that mean, the righteous scarcely be saved? Okay? Couple that together with endure until the end. You're barely gonna fucking make it. What does that mean? You're gonna be hunted. You're going to be turned over to magistrates. You're going to be locked up. You're going to be beheaded. All right? You are public enemy number one. Remember that group? Here it is! Damn! And they scream, God damn! Right? You're public enemy number one. And you got to know that. You can't doll your way through that. You can't put on some fucking eyeshadow and bat your eyes and put on lipstick for the devil and think that he's going to give you a pass going through Jacob's trouble. His ass is going to be in straits during Jacob's trouble. The devil is not going to skip his way through Jacob. Everybody's going to be being judged at the same time. And guess what? You're going to be trodden down like the mire. We already know your fate. Because first of all, you're on the wrong side. You're already done. Okay? And here's what it means. You're not going to be cute. Nobody is going to skip their way looking spring flower fresh through the motherfucking apocalypse or Jacob's trouble, the tribulation. No. You could be in hiding. You could be out in the dirt, sleeping wherever, a pilgrim, starving. Okay? Looking bad. Well, let's get Micah. Did we finish this? And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear? Listen. Wherefore, let them that suffer according to the will of the Most High commit the keeping of their souls to him in well-doing as unto a faithful Creator. What has that guy? It doesn't say anything about looking good through that. It says everything about survival. Okay? How are you going to survive? We got to get Isaiah 4:1. Fucking stupid bitches. You completely, you put yourself out there. If you got a man who claims to be in the truth right now, he's not a man of the Lord. He's not going to save you. Because number one, your ass would be in order, and you're clearly not. So if you do have an Israelite man who claims to be in the truth, he's not in the truth. He's probably slated for death too. Or if he does what is right, the Most High is going to save him from you, because you're definitely not going to make it. You're doing everything wrong. And see, this is a message to all women, okay? If you think that anything is more important than this truth at this moment, first of all, ever, but at this moment, if you're thinking anything other than the only way out of this is through a man of the Lord. That's it. Okay? The only way anybody is getting through this thing is under the wing of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And that's whoo, few and far between. A lot of niggas, hey, 2/3 ratio, 1 out of every 3 people, a lot of people ain't gonna make it. How do you like them odds? First, let's get Micah. I came out here today, I'm like, what am I going to speak on? I'm like, I'll just let the Spirit dictate. Well, here we are. Micah 7:10. Then she that is my enemy shall see it. See what? You're going to see that everything that we said was dead on point. That the one that you're trying to save, this motherfucking devil, does not give a shit about you. And now your job is gone. All job. What are you going to do? Okay? The grinding is about to be out of the fucking window. You going to take the chip, or do you believe that the chip is not the MOTB? Yeah, you're going to take it. You're going to do whatever this devil tells you to do, and he's still going to sell you out. Then you're going to see it. You're like, oh, these niggas was right. Too late. Got that chip. Then she that is my enemy shall see it. She that is my enemy had on, like the brother said, Marge Simpson. You got the head wrappers on so tight, right? that you look 5 years younger. All right? So, that's she that is my enemy. Starting with Eve, right? Somebody claiming to be in this truth, with your head wrapped up, right? And all we can see is the neck. That part is good, but your mouth is open. Uh-oh. You might as well take the head wrap off. Why you got the head wrap on, but you can't shut the fuck up? So your disguise ain't working. Part of your disguise has to be shut the fuck up. Can you shut the fuck up? See, all women, right now, let me help you, right now. If you don't know how to shut the fuck up, don't wrap your head, don't, just let it go. Okay? The only way you're gonna make it through Jacob's trouble is you shut the fuck up. Because if you don't, the Most High is gonna say, nope, she didn't make it across that street. She wouldn't shut the fuck up. You're not doing the will of the Most High. What is the will of the Most High? Shut the fuck up. To ye men I call. Call what? Call to get your ass out on that street and do the will of the Most High. Oh, here we are. Women, shut the fuck up. That's easy. Apparently it ain't too easy. Apparently you're so in the world. Here's what you do. You practice. How do you shut the fuck up? When you know you can't shut the fuck up, and you got a problem with it, with a fucking million demons on you, working your mouth like a puppet, what do? You start practicing shutting the fuck up. You ain't gonna get if you just, again, got a million demons, you gotta fight them demons. You have to start slow. Okay? Here's how you know you're working on shutting the fuck up. When your man turns around and says, something wrong with you? You all right? Are you all right? Because your mouth ain't moving a million. Whenever I say something, you don't have 20 fucking sentences to say after I say one thing. Are you okay? Are you feeling okay? When you hear that, keep it up. Here's how you do it. Here's the, I'm gonna write a book. It's called How to Shut the Fuck Up. Okay? It ain't gonna happen immediately. You gotta work it out. You gotta work out your own salvation with fear and shutting the fuck up. That's what that means. Working out your own salvation with fear and trembling, for women, it means to shut the fuck up. And it's not gonna happen immediately, so you have to get good at it. You have to start slow, but you gotta start. And you know that you're making some headway when your man turns around and says, are you okay? And what he's really saying is, why ain't you just running your motherfucking mouth and always got something to say? And you ain't saying shit. You're not saying shit. You're just happy because your mouth is running. It's not going to be that way in the kingdom. So here it is. Oh, I got my head wrapped. I got on my beautiful gown, and I'm a righteous woman. But my mouth won't shut the fuck up. You're out of there. Guess what? Here it is. We're creeping around, hiding from the fucking devil, during Jacob's trouble, and you can't shut the fuck up and you get us all killed. Because you can't shut the fuck up. See? That kind of rolls off the tongue. Shut the fuck up. It just rolls off the tongue. That's a thing. I need to write that book, and it'll be a 2-page book. How to shut the fuck up. Start slow. And when your man turns around and asks, is there something wrong? Then you're on your way. And then when your man thinks that you've completely lost your mind, you're real close. When you turn into a whole different person because your mouth is shut, you're not giving your opinion, which means nothing. See, here's how it works, okay? The Most High told you to shut the fuck up. Why? Because whatever comes out of your mouth is null and void. The Most High is putting the spirit on a man to know exactly what. I got an idea. No, shut the fuck up. I got an idea. Shut the fuck up, like the Most High said, and we might be all right. We might be quiet enough that a motherfucker, oh, there's nothing in here. A bitch is like, and a nigga like this, they're right over there. They're right. I hear that bitch, she can't chat. We got him, right? You walk in, he walks in, he hears whispering, he gets on the radio like this. Yeah, I got him. They here. I'm gonna walk out, I'm gonna act like I don't hear shit. But all I hear is a bitch running her fucking mouth. They're right over here. Because she can't shut the fuck up and is gonna get us all killed. Because you got something to say. You ain't got nothing to say. The Most High is dealing with men. He's not dealing with women. Okay? Here's what I don't want. I don't want that towelhead bitch who's masquerading as a righteous woman. Don't want her with me in a combat situation. And when I say combat, you are at war. We're at war out here. Okay? With the devil. The devil launched a war on us. And you have to work on your war type skills. One of them is stealth and guile. Meaning, you gotta be, when you walk, sometimes you gotta walk without crackling branches or leaves. And you gotta practice that. You're like, I'm gonna practice my soft walking right now. I'm gonna try to be as quiet as I can be. Right? Like the dude in the prepper, what's his name? He had the Green Beret or whatever. He said they used to make us low crawl for 300 yards back and forth. Why are we doing all this low crawling? So you don't stand up and it pop, your head explodes like a melon. No, you low crawl. You're in a war zone. Okay? Jacob's trouble is a war zone. Wherever you go. Wherever you go, you're being hunted. You got to start working on your tactics. Tactics for a woman is shutting the fuck up. I got this. The Most High is guiding me, not you. So when you come with your, well, I got an idea. No, shut the fuck up. If you got an idea, here's what it better be. Shut the fuck up. I'll never hear the idea. That was a great idea. Your idea, I'm like this. Here, I'll say it for you. You got an idea, right? Sure. Is it shut the fuck up? That's a great idea. The Most High is going to say, this is the way. He's going to say it to the man of the Lord. He's not going to say it to the woman, and then the woman is going to follow the man and eat of the fruit of the devil. He's not going to trust that woman. I got a better idea. Yeah, of course you do. Your better idea is going to get me killed because I didn't do what the Most High. Hey, through her we all die. Why? Why did we all die? Because she wouldn't shut the fuck up. Combat. You got to make it through the... Here's how you make it through. Shut the fuck up. Do what I tell you to do. When it's time to get over this fence, you better get the fuck over that fence because I'm leaving. Concentrate. Save your energy. Instead of talking, use that energy to get over the goddamn fence. But you can't get over the fence because you're tired from running your fucking mouth and telling me what to do. No. You have to endure until the end. How do you do that? Following instructions. Let me finish this. Micah 7:10. Then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is the Lord thy power? Mine eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets. Here's my point. The mire of the streets is the shit. You're going to be trodden down as the mire of the streets if you're not in this truth, shutting the fuck up and doing what your man tells you to get to the other side. And guess what? If you are shutting the fuck up, doing what your man tells you, and you make it to the other side, guess what? You're going to be trodden. You're going to look like you came straight out and like you were trodden down like the mire. Either way, you're going to have some fucking mud and shit on your face. So why do you have on more eyeshadow than your head wrap is blue? Is that for me? Or is that for your boss at your job that exalts you to be able to turn around, open your mouth, which you're commanded not to do, and tell a man of the Lord what the scriptures say? Brothers, a woman is going to get you killed in Jacob's trouble. How? Because you didn't tell that bitch to shut the fuck up and go that way. Captain Save-A-Ho, right, is not in the scriptures. Okay? A hoe, first of all, that don't know how to shut her mouth is doomed. You can't couple yourself with her. She's gonna get, if you can't put two and two together, well, she's gonna get me killed. She can't shut the fuck up. She just can't do it. She's always got something. I say one thing, I'm supposed to say something. You're not supposed to. But I'll say a one-line sentence, and your response is 4 fucking sentences every time. Doesn't matter what I say. I'm sleepy. Yeah, I'm sleepy too, because the last time I did, one time I was so sleepy that I'm like, shut the fuck up. Work on that. Here's where your mind should be right now. I hear a demon right now screaming at the top of her lungs. The spiritual warfare going on right now is crazy, okay? Any woman that sees that video should look at that and say, oh shit. This bitch got 1,000,000 demons on her and she don't even know it. If you can't shut the fuck up right now, guess what? You have to be able to see it. I got that demon on me that won't let me shut the fuck up. I might not make it. How does a woman work out her own salvation? Right? And that's not the only... Shut the fuck up is one thing. Let's get the other thing. The dreaded Isaiah 4:1. Now, if a demon wasn't on you when you hear this, what you would hear is this: oh shit, I need a man. I need a man to get through what is coming so that I don't wind up as the mire of the street and not make it. You want to look like the mire of the street and make it. Okay? Number one, you got to shut the fuck up. You're almost out of there. Number two, in order to be with the man of the Lord, guess what? Two things. There are going to be other women involved. You're out of there. Number two, you got to shut the fuck up. There's no hope for you. Can you do one of those two things? Honestly. The only way a woman is going to make it through Jacob's trouble is if you could do two things that are pretty much impossible for your ass to do. And it's righteous. It's what the Most High requires of you. You have to understand that there are going to be other women, right? And you got to handle that. Not about sex, even if it was. It's not about that. It's about your ass being hunted. Your ass being fucking sold on the open market. And I mean your ass. And in the back of your head, you think that that's cool. Till once you had a long day being a hoe, and it ain't no fun. When the fun goes, oh, well, I'll be a hoe. I know what's on your mind. I'll be a hoe. You're being a hoe right now. But see, that's because you think you got some control. When you're being a hoe and you got zero control, how fun is that going to be? Plus getting your ass whooped the whole time. Being degraded. And some of you weak-ass, stupid bitches, right, are going to try to make that okay in your mind. But guess what? The Most High is not going to make it pleasurable. It's not going to be pleasurable. It's going to be horrifying. That little thought comes into your head, that little demon hops on you, oh, I'll make it good. Yeah! Yeah, you will. The Most High ain't going to allow that. Isaiah 4:1. And in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. Meaning, you bitches are going to be hunted. And the terror and the horror is going to be so overwhelming because you have lived a life of power. And that life is going to be so far gone, you're going to be in derision. You're going to lose your mind. With zero hope. See, you don't understand what the Most High is going to do to you. That Gardenian pact that you made with the devil, you got to pay for that. And you have no clue how horrendous that's going to be. Okay? And your little power and privilege that you have right now, you can dress it up in your mind and think that you're going to get through it, and the Most High is going to have mercy on you. He's not. There's only one way to get through this thing. Okay? And I'm reading about it right now. This is the only way a woman is going to get through Jacob's trouble. All right? Isaiah 4:1, and in that day 7 women shall take. And 7 means a complete number. It doesn't mean 7. It doesn't mean more than 7. It doesn't mean less than 7. It means more than 1. Even if it means 1. Okay? You're going to understand the futility of the situation, right? The only way I can survive, 3 things. If I shut the fuck up, if I deal with these other bitches, I'm put that's be the last of your problem. You're gonna be good with it. Right? And the last thing, if this righteous man who the Most High is dealing with, if he accepts me, and let me tell you a surefire way that I won't, Lord willing, if I'm one of them men, right? If you got one question, if you're not shamefaced, right? Have some kind of skills. You got to have 2 skills: shut the fuck up and stay in line. I don't want one woman with me to drag me down. Not one. Because that's all you're going to do. You're going to be looking at me like, do something, do something. You know, you do something. Get it in your head. Start working out your own salvation right now. Shut the fuck up. Deal with whatever situation is there. I got my own shit to deal with. Not Captain Save-A-Ho is not one of them. No. If you're rolling with me, be quiet. Do what I tell you to do. Get it done. Stay in order. All right? A fire team is going to get machine gunned if there's not order in the squad. Right? And in this squad, as it stands at this moment, I'm the team leader. Right? Unless the Most High comes and relieves me of this post right here and puts somebody above me, right? Which is fine. But you have to be worthy of that, you know. And the Most High let me know. I don't have a problem with order, right? On both sides, above and below me, I don't have a problem with that. Okay. So here we are, right? And it's still the most beautiful time ever, right? And no fucking stupid bitch that can't shut her mouth or accept whoever is there, right? Whoever's there, guess what? The Most High put you there. You'll know soon enough, very soon, when the complete breakdown of this society comes, which is really any day now. you're worried about your job, there's going to be no need to go to work. Chaos is jumping off in the street. If you walk outside, your ass is fucked. Okay? That day is almost here. Okay? This devil knows he's got to do something. He got to make a move. All right? All kind of shit is locked and loaded right now. All right? So, that disguise that you got on and the head wrap and the dress and all of that, all of it goes to shit the moment you can't shut the fuck up. So you can't really fool you. And here's the thing: you think you're fooling the Most High? Are you fooling the Most High? Okay. Start working on it now. When your man says, "Is there something wrong with you?" What's wrong? Here's your answer. When he says, "What's wrong?" Go like this. Like, hey, she's figuring it out. You got to start. You know what that's called? Shutting the fuck up and working on it? It's called being a prepper. You got to start prepping right now. Do you know that if you just shut the fuck up, how much energy you save? And you could put that energy into other things. Why? I should be doing this. I should be doing that. I should be stalking. I should be getting the things that I need ready, so that when it's time to leave, I'm ready. If you shut the fuck up, you're like this. Wow, I got all these thoughts. Right? You got to listen to yourself. That's why you don't shut the fuck up, because then you got to listen to you. You just be talking and nobody's listening. Well, listen to yourself. See? Before your mouth ever opens, the first thought, I got something to say. First thing that you have to say should always be this: shut the fuck up, then you don't say it. Now, when a motherfucker comes out and asks you, well, what do you think? What do you think? What should we do? Don't say shit. Wait until he asks again. Make sure that your mouth should even open. That's how critical this is. See, people, I mean, why would it be written in here? Okay? Because it's detrimental to life and death. Knowing how to be quiet and when. Okay? Yeah, there's a time when you can talk and all of that, but you gotta know when. Right? And you don't know when. Unless a motherfucker's got a thermometer out, say, come here, let me take your temperature, because there's something wrong with your ass. You ain't saying shit. When a motherfucker got a thermometer out and he's trying to rush you to the goddamn hospital, then you're figuring it out. And then after that, after you get beyond the are you sick phase, and he starts getting used to you being quiet, then you bring it on home. Bring it on home. He said, well, got over the hump. Now just shut the fuck up. Bring it on home. And then guess what? You're getting close. You're flirting with the possibility of being some sort of righteous woman, right? Because there's no such thing as a righteous woman that can't shut the fuck up. No head wrap or dress. Great cooking, take care of your man, do all of these things, but you can't shut the fuck up. No deal. Should have started there. Start right here. Shut the fuck up, head wrap. Shut the fuck up, dress. Cover up. No makeup. Shame it. See, you know what's more important? What's more important than being saved is that I look good. I gotta put in. The mire, let's go back to the mire of the streets. The mire of the streets is coming no matter what. No matter what. Dead or saved. You're gonna have some shit on you. Shit. In order to stay alive, you might have to get a little camouflage. Here's your makeup. A little cow dung. What about The Walking Dead? Here's a little example. All right, what did they do to survive in The Walking Dead? Well, let's cut up these bodies. How did they smell? Go back and watch The Walking Dead. When did they have a shower every week? Certainly not every day. Every week, did they get one hot? Did they eat all the time? Got to get your head in the game, man. Get your head in the game. Got to start now. This is what prepping is. Prepping is about doing the will of the Most High. And for a man, keep the commandments, get out on the highways and the byways, push this word, get yourself a seat on the chariot. For a woman, women don't come out here. Women don't prophesy. Ow! Your sons and daughters will prophesy. Well, shut the fuck up and learn what that actually means before you open your fucking mouth and seal your fate, dumbass. Your man can't teach you at home. You're doomed. If your man is smart, he'll tiptoe the fuck up out of there so you won't get him killed. You can't shut the fuck up. Boy, those words. Shut the fuck up. Words to live by. Shut the fuck up. Can you cook? I can cook. Can you clean? I can clean. Can you shut the fuck up? I can shut the fuck up. I can shut the fuck up. No, you can't. I shut the fuck up for a whole month 3 years ago, and then my man left me. And then I left my man. I left my man because I couldn't shut the fuck up. The Most High separated us. Now here comes the mire of the streets in a bad way instead of the good way. The mire is coming one way or the other. Got to get at least one. First Timothy 2:11. We got to get at least one. Now let's start at 9. First Timothy 2:9. In like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with broided hair or gold or pearls or costly array. When you got on an earring that's bigger than your whole fucking head, that is not modest apparel. What is modest apparel? Let's say a golden stud, all right, or anything. It says not gold, and a dumbass will challenge me. She said not gold. Shut the fuck up. Shamefaced. Okay? In like manner, also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel with shamefacedness and sobriety. Stop there. Before we continue on, okay? Modest, humble, looking down. And I know you can't do that. I know you can't. You will in the kingdom. It'll be all good. It'll be programmed into you. You're going to be doing it anyway. Just like, what are we doing? What are the men of the Lord doing? We're doing what we're going to be doing in the kingdom and trying to get it right. We're going to be talking loud, being men, being masculine, keeping order. Okay? Because that's our lot. You don't want your lot. Some men don't want their lot. Guess what? You're right there with this abomination of a woman because you don't want to do the will of the Most High. Find out what the will of the Most High is and do it. For a woman is shut the fuck up, be shamefaced, stop being a hoe. See, you're going to try to do that when the proverbial mire hits the fan, right? Then you're going to try to hit that switch. And the Most High ain't going to let you, right? He's going to keep that demon on you, and you're not going to be able to escape, right? You're going to knock on that door knowing this is a man of the Lord. Save me and my daughter. Save me and my daughter. He's going to look at you. And the Most High going to put the spirit on the man of the Lord to laugh at your calamity. And that'll be the Most High laughing at your calamity. Laughing. In like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel, with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with broided hair, or gold, or pearls, or costly array, but which becometh women professing godliness with good works. What is good works? Shut the. What is a woman's works? Cooking, cleaning, shut the fuck up. Or let's put them in order of importance. Shut the fuck up with another dose of shut the fuck up, cooking and cleaning. And the reason why we're here, the reason why a woman is here now, because we're all the way at the end, okay? And these demons and these devils are going to wax worse and worse and worse until the missiles come. And the amount of judgment, or burning, if you will, punishment, torture, wrath of the Most High, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, with how the degree of wickedness that is on you, the Most High is a just power, and He's just gonna judge your ass with exactly what you deserve. And if that don't scare you, it's on you. You're gonna go through it. You're gonna catch that. And here we are. We're so close right now. You can still repent and rehearse the righteous acts. What are the righteous acts for a woman? Shut the fuck up. Rehearse it. Get your man to say, "Are you okay?" That's the beginning. Okay? And you should. When I say that, right? It sounds funny. You should. A little smile should crack. I'm going to get my man to ask me if I'm sick. That is the beginning of you working out your own salvation. Why? Why did the Most High say it is not permitted for a woman to talk? Let her learn in silence. Why did He do all of those? Because He knows that that's impossible for you to do. He knows it. So that's the biggest thing for a woman to do, right? Even one that you think is demure and silent and quiet and all of that, that's a role that she's playing. Once that demon get on her and she's amongst her friends or whatever, very rarely do you find a woman that just ain't got everything in the world or her opinion with her hand on her damn waist, talking shit. Why? Because that Gardenian pact, the one that you made with the serpent, it's coming to an end. How do you remove yourself from that program, if you will? You don't need that no more. That will certainly get you killed, okay? The man that you're with, if he allows that, it's going to get him killed. You got to let go of that program. That's classic looking back like Lot's wife. Lot's wife, I ain't trying to do this. That bitch was looking back. Let's get out of here. The Most High is going to say, I ain't trying to leave. Pop. If she would have just shut the fuck up. All right? That bitch is Salty the Snowman right now. Rehearse the righteous act. Shut the fuck up. I'll come and do the work. You shut the fuck up. We're figuring it out. but they are commanded to be in silence. Where's that one at? As so saith the scriptures. Is that in 11? Let me go back. I didn't read it all, did I? Is that Thessalonians? Second, 1 Timothy 2 and 11. Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. Look up that word subjection. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. There it is again. Look at that word commanded. Right before I read First Corinthians 14. Listen close. First Corinthians 13 and 34. Salakia. That's second. 2 Corinthians 13. Slot. Ain't no 34. Hold on. Oh, y'all, 14. 1 Corinthians 14 and 34. Listen close. Let your women keep silence in the churches. Now listen. For it is not permitted unto them to speak, but they are commanded. But they are commanded to be under obedience, as also saith the law. The word I'm looking for is commanded. But they are commanded. What does that mean? Let me give you a hint. Like this Marge Simpson with her hair wrapped up too tight. The Ten Commandments. The Ten Commandments. 613. The commandments. Keep the commandments. But they are commanded. It's a commandment to be under obedience. What does it mean to be under obedience? It means that if the Bible tells you to shut the fuck up, that's what you do. It's a commandment. Okay? First Corinthians 14 and 34. Let your women keep silence. And he keeps saying silence, 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 silence. Basically, shut the fuck up. Okay? It's a commandment to shut the fuck up. Now, Ecclesiastes as we close. Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep his commandments. What is that for the woman? Shut the fuck up. Fear the Most High and keep his commandments. Fear God and shut the fuck up. That's pretty straightforward. For this is the whole duty of man, and you women. It's your duty to shut the fuck up. For the Most High shall bring every work into judgment, whether with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. To run your mouth and not shut the hell up is evil. You're not keeping the commandments. Philippians 2 and 12. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Fear and trembling. What is the trembling? Hey, keep the commandments. How do you work out these are they that kept the commandments of the Most High. Any woman that kept the commandments of the Most High, what did she do? She figured out how to shut the fuck up. She probably scared her man one day and he said, "Are you sick? Are you okay?" For it is the Most High which worketh in you both to will and to do of his good pleasure. Do all things without murmurings and disputings, that ye may be blameless and harmless, the sons of the Most High, without rebuke, in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation, among whom ye shine as lights in the world. All right? So, start prepping. Okay? How do you prep? Keep the commandments. Pretty straightforward. It's pretty straightforward.
What are you reading about now?
End of the world.
The world. How do you feel about it?
Love it.
Lovely.
I love it.
At peace.
I beg your pardon?
Feel at peace. Period. About
You ever heard of a band called REM?
Ram.
No? Do you know what REM means? Rapid eye movement? No? Okay. Well, there's a band called REM, and they wrote a song. It was called "It's the End of the World as We Know It." Okay? So when we speak of the end of the world, the globe or the earth is going to continue on. Just the rulership of the world as it is right now, that's what's going to change.
Yeah, of course.
So why would I feel good about the ending of the rulership of this world?
There's really no reason to care. This world's already done for.
Well, it is. Okay. Have you ever heard of the kingdom of heaven?
I've been talking about it.
Okay, so the kingdom of heaven is what is going to come after this world is destroyed, or this rulership is destroyed. Okay, so why would I be happy about that?
Just depends on what you're going through.
Well, here's why. Because people that look like me are going to be in rulership.
That's most definitely true. It's 100% true.
You understand that?
Yeah, this world's evil, dude.
It is evil, but who's ruling the world right now?
People in power.
And who's that?
It's not just a little handful of people, I guess.
Let me ask you this: do they look like me, or do they look like you?
I don't know.
Come on now, you was doing real good up until now.
I just don't like the whole like race thing. I mean, it is true. It is a lot of white people, but black people, bro. I mean, they are getting some.
Come on now. How old are you?
30.
30?
And my daughter's half black, so I'm trying to like.
Okay, what's your nationality? Your dad?
It's like Caucasian, Irish, Dutch.
Irish? Irish, Dutch, or Irish? What's your last name? Say it again? Keane.
K-E-Y.
How do you spell it?
K-E-Y.
Key. Like Francis Scott, the guy who wrote that deplorable song, right?
Right. But yeah, man, I see where you're coming from.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying that you believe in God.
After last night, I kind of feel like he's giving me signs a little bit.
After last night, you feel he's giving you signs?
Yeah.
Okay, well, what happened? If you care to tell me what happened last night.
Just lost my wallet, and I've never talked to him before, so I asked him if he can find the person's heart that finds it. Can that person have enough kindness just to leave the wallet and take my money? And the person took the $188 and then my wallet. So I still have a chance of getting the job, you know. So
You got your wallet back?
yeah, but the money was gone, but I haven't got the wallet. That's all I asked God to do.
And right now you got no money? Where you living at?
Here.
Huh?
Here.
Okay. All right, so let me say this. And your baby mama is black?
Just African American.
African American. Okay. All right. Well, so that leads you to maybe think that God is dealing with you.
Like he's giving me signs, like people. It's mainly just the people recently. So yeah.
Let me say this. Okay. Let me say this. When anything ever happens, right? Nothing happens by coincidence. Right? God is in control of everything, and He makes everything happen, including this conversation, including this meeting.
That's why I stopped by and talked to you.
Is that why? All right.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I kind of just stopped. I know we don't stop talking. I just keep
Right.
going.
I hear you. Well, you look pretty good to be. You're not homeless. Are you homeless?
Almost in January, man.
Yeah. Working it out. Yeah. You on drugs?
I tried something for 2 weeks, and that's what really fucked me up. No, not the stuff that I used to do. I'm actually doing really good right now.
You're actually doing good, right? Boy, you bought a soda. How'd you do that?
I went to my baby mama's house and got my EBT card. It came in the mail. So
Okay.
it was $40 on there. So I hadn't eaten like in 7 days. So I was gonna walk to 7-Eleven and get a pizza.
Well, check it out.
Ruined my day.
Check it out.
So,
I'm gonna hand you a quick.
No.
You good?
I'm good, thank you.
You good?
Yeah, I really appreciate that. I really do. But
You straight?
I'm straight.
Okay. Well, look. All right. Here's what I'm saying. Here's what I'm out here saying. Okay. The white man is the devil. Okay. Now, just because you're white, don't make you. This is what the Bible says. Okay. Your baby mama, she's not an African. The Africans look like us. All right. The people that came over here on cargo slave ships, my ancestors, the Africans grabbed us up because we were living in Africa at the time. They grabbed us up, put us on ships, and that's how we got here. So who are we if we're not Africans? We're God's chosen people, the nation of Israel, the Israelites, God's chosen. Okay, that's what I'm out here preaching out of the Bible because it tells us how we got here and all that. Now, with that being said, okay, what color is my skin? Try again. Try again. What color is your shirt? Correct. Look at my skin. What color is that? It's not black. Well, you don't know your colors?
Black?
I'm clearly brown.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? That's called the truth. Okay? Now, here's the truth. I'm not an African, but I look like an African. We're two different people. So it's not really about the color of your skin. Okay? So not all white people are the same. You understand? there are some people that are Israelites, like the Israelites today are the Native American, the Latinos, and the so-called blacks. Okay, but you got some Israelites that look like you. You understand? Their lineage. That's why I asked, "Where's your dad from?" King James, the guy that translated the Bible, he was the king of England, Scotland, and Ireland. And you would have called him a so-called black man. He had dark brown skin. He is the king of England. You understand? Because during what they call the Dark Ages, or during the 1500s, people that look like me were ruling the whole of England. They call it the Dark Ages. They don't teach that. Okay? But my point is a lot of people from Ireland, Scotland, different places, all over, their lineage actually goes back to the 12 tribes of Israel. And what I'm doing right now, I'm testing, I'm checking your spirit. I'm seeing who you are in the spirit. Because I could tell an Israelite whether you look like one. I could tell if you're not an Israelite, you're an African. You got to be one of those Africans. You understand? You're not one of us. I could tell. And the reason that I could tell, because I've been doing this long enough to be able to differentiate, because your spirit, first of all, you couldn't tell the truth. Okay? And if you were the enemy, we would be arguing right now. The things that I'm saying, it would hurt you so bad that you would want to fight. You understand? And that's not the vibe I'm getting. You got a black woman. I got a half black child. Right?
Just because like a lot of people don't believe that that's possible, but it is.
Well, now God brought you over here to hear this, whether it be for the good or for the bad. Okay? And I'm a pretty good judge of spirit and character, and I'm saying this: you're doing really good right now. I try to hand you some money. You like this? No, I'm good. Like, do a little drugs. I did for a minute. Doing good. Keep doing what you're doing. Okay? Understand that whatever's happening right now, the Most High God brought this meeting. All right? So what I would do if I were you is I would pray on it and tell your baby mama, you know what? I saw this guy. He said some crazy shit, right? And tell her to look into it. He said that you're not an African, that you're an Israelite from Israel. Tell her to look into that. Go on Facebook. African Americans are Israelites. Okay? And what's going to happen is the same thing that's happening right now. God brought you over here, led you to hear this. He's going to do the same thing with her. And what I'm saying, it might be a good thing for you both. Do you understand?
A different way than what I just.
You said that the Most High brought you your wallet back, and then He brought you over here. So here's what I suggest you do. Say, I met this dude. He told me something, and we weren't arguing. I was like, let me look into it. All right? So you tell your woman, go to YouTube, type in, African Americans are Israelites. And wherever the Spirit leads her, right, might lead her into all truth, and you might be an Israelite too. All right? That's what you came here to hear.
That makes a lot of sense.
Does it?
That makes a lot of sense.
That's what it is. Nothing else except for that is what just happened. All right?
That's probably not even why the reason why you're standing here.
Well, I'm out here every week because I fear what He's about to bring this war. He's about to bring the race war, the civil war, okay? And there's only one way to get through all of this. That's knowing what I'm showing you right here. So this could be your way through what has come. How old is your child?
She's turning 3 in December.
You got some work. How you gonna get your child? When they bring this, you see this famine coming, where they taking away all the food and saying that you're gonna eat bugs and all of this shit.
It's bad.
It's about to get bad out here. So how are you going to make it through this thing, I'm giving you the answer right now. Get with your baby mama. What you gonna ask her? What you gonna tell her?
Tell me that guy, he kind of helped me fix, like, you know, I don't know how to say it, just like, you know, how you just said,
Okay, what are you gonna tell her to do with YouTube?
Israel?
You're gonna tell her to type in. Do you have phone? No phone? I'm gonna have you do it. See, because what I'm doing out here, right? I'm out here in this garment. I'm out here preaching His word. Okay, I'm out here saying the white man is the devil, right? And this is going on all over the United States right now. And sometimes it's in different towns. There's like 12 brothers out here all doing what I'm doing right now, and some of them look just like me. So there's hope, especially with your demeanor and the spirit that's on. Okay? Type this in. African Americans. Are you on YouTube?
I'm gonna type it in on Google, right? Or YouTube.
Go to YouTube.
African American.
Are Israelites. ISRAELITES. Okay.
My iPhone's at like 4%.
Okay.
But I'll be sure to watch it.
Okay, what you want to watch though, you want to go to GMS, because there's all these different ones. Jesus, Color, Kendrick Lamar. You know Kendrick Lamar?
Yeah, he's a good rapper.
He says that he's an Israelite. Kodak Black says he's an Israelite. Look at Kendrick Lamar. Follow that. Okay.
Okay.
But remember this. Look at me. GMS. Say that. That stands for Great Millstone. When you see Great Millstone, you follow Great Millstone. Okay? When you're dealing with Israelites, like I just showed you that you're going to go and show your baby mom. Okay? GMS, Great Millstone. Got it? Say it.
Great Millstone.
When you're dealing with Israelites, GMS, Great Millstone. Follow that. Follow that. Okay? Time is short. What's your name, brother?
Curtis.
Curtis? All right, Curtis.
How are yours?
Yashawan is my name.
Joshua.
Okay?
Nice to meet you, Joshua.
All right, good to meet you too, man.
I hope you get through a lot of people, man.
Well,
we need more people like this.
start with you and your family. You're the only one that can save your family. Okay? And this is how you do it. I just showed you. Look into it. Start slow. You're gonna hear some stuff. You can be like, I broke you in a little bit, okay? But be a man, study that. This is the way out of here. This is the way through the horrendous shit that is about to take place all over the world, not just in America, but the whole world is about to go through the tribulation period right now. So there's the way.
I can see it in your face that you really, so.
It is what it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna listen to
It is what it is. I didn't do this. You came here. The Spirit made you come here to hear this. And this is just my job. If I don't do this, I'm going to get fucked up. You know what I'm saying? What is coming is bad. And this is the only way out. So look into that and just watch the videos. You see GMS, watch GMS. You'll see, okay, like I'm going to say right now, Call Halal Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai by Hashem Kadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of GMS, Great Millstone, and all the elders that came before them that taught us His truth. And shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word of truth and its sincerity. The hopeful elect tabernacle of David. Shalom. Okay, so turn this.